Today we finish our series on the 5 movements of faith. So far we've talked about reality, grief, hope, and faith. Today we finish with the final movement, courage. Maya Angelou once said, "Courage is the most important of all the virtues because without courage, you can't practice any of the other virtues consistently." Courage means to be bold, daring, and brave. And courage is those things, especially when the odds are stacked against us. Courage means to value God and God's words and ways and power more than the criticism, convenience, and comfort we are accustomed to. Jesus modeled this kind of courage. His courage was in the stories he told, the actions he took, the miles he walked, and the norms he challenged. Courage for him meant standing up for the neighbor that was down, was advocating for the lost, the degraded, and the excluded. Courage meant for Jesus to leave the safety of the 99 and search for the one that is lost. Courage for Jesus meant asking people of faith to defend justice more than they defend the status quo. Courage has an erect posture in a slumped and slouching world. There are only a few friends on the courageous road, but they're good friends. Courage accepts responsibility. Courage holds steady when necessary. Courage is not being silent before our fears. Courage knows that to not live God's truth for your life is a spiritual death far worse than physical death. Courage means we choose love even though it's hard, especially because it's hard. Courage means we forgive even though it hurts. Courage and humility are siblings. It's a funny thing. The more you start to see the world and other people through God's eyes, the more you will notice that people call you courageous. Courage is quiet, like Mr. Rogers cooling his feet with a friend in a waiting pool in 1969, or loud, like Brian Stevenson arguing against injustice in a sweaty southern courtroom. Courage can be a police officer, firmly but humanely maintaining order, or a disciplined protester, marching and giving voice to societal evil. What people come to mind when you think of courage? I think of people like Elizabeth Till, or Bayard Rustin, or Ruth Bader Ginsburg, just to name a very few. Ultimately, courage is a measure of trust in God and God's reliability, especially as you face the giants of your life and of the world. The Bible encourages us, "Be strong and of good courage. Do not fear nor be afraid of them, for the Lord your God is the one who goes with you." Would the people who know you best describe your life as being marked by courage? Jesus fortified his friends' courage when he told them that greater is the one that is in us than the one that is in the world, which means courage doesn't tell God how big the mountain is. Courage tells the mountain how big our God is, and then begins to climb. Maybe the highest form of worship that you and I can offer God is to have the courage to live the words we pray. God bless you. Be well.